Hey guys, this is Rob Goebel, also known as Archery Rob. I'm practicing another self-sufficient gardening video here, and remember, you're only as free as your food supply. So if you're practicing prepping or whatever, you will only last as long as you can grow food for yourself. And if you just store food and don't have a way of reproducing it, if really come to shove, you'll run out of food. So this is all about self-sufficiency. So on to the video. Okay, welcome. We're talking today about growing your own Paw Paw trees, and something that it eluded me for 2 years. And I figured Paw Paws were just like oaks. You go out and bury an oak, an acorn in the dirt, like a lot of other tree seeds, and they grow. Every time I've buried Paw Paws, they never grew. And this year I figured out why. Last year I just said, oh, the hell with it, and I took all the Paw Paw seeds and threw them in a compost pile. Well, I take the compost and mix it with dirt and old rotten wood chips, make my own topsoil. And here you can see where it had some of them had washed out. Excuse me, and they come to the surface of this soil, and what the Paw Paw seeds do is, instead of growing leaves, they grow a taproot. And I dug one of these up, and it literally went down 8 inches. And then it does this, where it goes and it starts to stand up. And then after it's got its taproot set, it stands all the way up. And then it gets ready for growing leaves. And then you can see here it starts growing leaves, and it starts pushing its way out of the seed, and then it throws the seed off. And then once it does that, the leaves emerge and it starts growing as a viable tree. And there is the key to growing Paw Paws. They have to be near the surface. They have to stay moist, buried under leaves probably, not really in the ground, or they can't stand up, and they smother themselves. I had a couple that were trying to grow. I dug out of dirt that was wet, and they were floundering. They literally tried to grow, but then they got to this stage, and then they died, because they're trying to emerge leaves underground, and obviously that doesn't work. So let's take a look at some of the ones that I grew. And now here's my other pots of ones I've saved. There's Paw Paw in that one. Here's a Paw Paw here. Here's a bigger one here. And there's another one right there. So there's 4 more. Those other ones are oak trees or whatever I found. And these are 2 cherries. 2 choke cherries I use for smoking wood. And then here in this pot, there's 1, 2, 3 there. Maybe another one on the far side, I can't tell. And then the other flower pot over there. I'm gonna go to that one. There is at least 1, 2, 3, and a scraggly 4th one growing in those. And they grew just from like that Paw Paw seed right there. This could have been the discard. No, this one looks like it didn't even grow. But I tried planting them and they don't grow. Lay them on top of, they just get thrown into the compost pile, mixed in with compost and dirt for topsoil, and boom, instant Paw Paw trees. It has to be washed through the surface, stay damp, and then it grows. How to grow Paw Paws. Okay, so there is 1 Paw Paw tree I grew from seed out of the compost. And there's another one. And then there's a double that were right next to each other. These are all within a couple feet of each other. And they can grow up and be Paw Paws in my backwoods.